Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, August 1st, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I value and tend to things important to my heart. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Here we are in August, which means we have 5 months to go to end the year. It's going to be some interesting months. But today, we don't have all that much going on, although we will be feeling something building. We have the moon today in Cancer, making us feel the feels, and the moon in Cancer is doing 2 things today. We have the moon in Cancer connecting to Mercury, and Mercury's somewhat new in Virgo, preparing for a retrograde in just 3 days on the 4th. 3 or 4 days. On the 4th, it'll be going retrograde in the sign of Virgo. So here's the moon trying to lend some emotional intelligence to the mental processes. And have you noticed with Mercury in Virgo, is your mental processing a little bit more critical? Are you thinking with your whole self, or is the mind leading the charge? A lot of times when we have a Mercury ruled sign like Virgo is, the mind can kind of try to take off. Part of our lessons of Virgo is to be fully here now, body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart. I actually have the totality card, which is my be here now card. So watch for that. You might find yourself getting caught up in mentalizing, analysis paralysis, and then because we have the moon in Cancer and it is the dark of the moon in Cancer, we might start spiraling a little bit. We also have the moon lending itself to a nice little square between it and the nodes. North node in Aries, south node in Libra. And again, this can bring some emotional energies to stories you have around aloneness, loneliness, partnership. Watch for what is spiking your emotions. That's where you need to tend to yourself. That's where you need to nurture yourself. And meanwhile, keep in mind that which pulls on your heartstrings, those things that feel good to your heart. Keep seeing where you can align with those, because that can help shift the energies. The last thing I do want to mention is we're building to a Venus-Uranus square. We're going to be feeling it today. Relationships may get challenging. Finding value in your own talents and gifts might be triggering. Money stuff could come up easily in this energy. Here we are, the 1st and the 2nd of the month. Lots of bills are due. So watch for that. Now, Uranus wants to help us evolve, shift, level up. All right? It's no planets are mean, even though they can be challenging. And so whatever you find yourself facing, it's to help you shift away from old conditioning, old ways of doing things that are keeping you trapped, wearing a little sheep suit. Look, we have a very unhappy lion because it's not here to be sheep. It is here to roar. You might need to roar a little in these energies. What I like about this Venus-Uranus square is that it's over somewhat early on Friday, and so hopefully it won't carry on too far in that, but chances are something's gonna poke you a little. Now I want to talk about some of these other cards. I keep pulling these together. My deck gets shuffled. I have not pulled these together for readings that I've done, but they keep showing up in the scope. And what I was hearing is something is coming to fruition. And it's not just for one of us, it's for many of us. We are the world, right? Something is coming into its physical fruition. Don't give up before your miracle arrives. These times are a little crazy. Don't give up before your miracle arrives. Keep working towards that dream and see where you can be supported by others who can hold belief, right? Who can be here in the now with you, knowing that it's coming. I think that those are some of the most blessed people in our lives, the ones who can hold the vision for and with us, because sometimes it gets heavy carrying your vision by yourself. I also have the Nothingness card, which is a card, again, that reminds us of pure potentiality, and it also reminds us of divine law, cosmic law, and that can include law of attraction stuff. It might be a call to like, I love utilizing during Virgo transits, hocus pocus, like shift my focus. You might need to open up your mind to some of the possibilities to allow this fruition to happen. I'm always reminded, although it's hard because I'm always in like, let me figure things out mode, but the universe has it figured out. We don't always have to know, right? You'll know when it's time. So keep that in mind. Some of the conditioning that we all have is forgetting to hold space for miracles, forgetting to let the universe have its place. Now, I do want to mention one last thing. I keep saying one last thing. There's two last things, so stay with me. One of the two last things is that we're creeping in on eclipse season. I just did my month ahead reading for my patron group. And when we got to Virgo season, I was like, hey, Virgo season is going to have our first eclipse of our second eclipse season. So we're rolling in that direction, just FYI. And that can always up the intensity. The other last thing is pulled a card from my chaos deck, and I love it. It's the Two of Swords, and it says, I am Zen. I am Zen. We'll leave it there. I love this card. I think this is hilarious, and you might have some of those moments as we build to this Venus-Uranus square, as we move through the dark of the moon in Cancer, and I think sometimes you just gotta get the snark out. You just gotta get the sassy out. And so here's a little sassy mirror for you. The universe understands and can appreciate a sassy mirror, I tell you. So I'm gonna leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. If you want to join my patron group, the link to join is down there, and I do not, down underneath the video, I do not have a monetary like limit, like you have to do like this much. So come join me if you appreciate what I do and want some little extras on the side. And besides all that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.